Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the Mars and Leo transit for 2015, Part 2. And I'm going to be talking about its impact on the zodiac signs Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And yes, it does apply to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. So the first thing is for Aries, the fifth house is what's emphasized, so it could be very likely that this person may want to stand out and showcase their abilities in creative endeavors, or perhaps going on stage, being the center of attention, so to speak. On the negative side, there might be contentious or acrimonious experiences, perhaps with children if the person does have children, and even possibly children perhaps outside the family if the person does not have children, but more likely the children within the family if applicable. Now, also it could show that the fifth house also governs speculation, so it should be people that have Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant need to be prudent about maybe not perhaps gambling too strongly, because Leo is an extravagant sign, and with Mars and Leo emphasizing the fifth, there is that stronger possibility of this. Now, the next sign, Taurus, well, for Taurus, the fourth house is what's emphasized in this period, and it's likely that Taurus people may show a lot of pride and dignity in matters pertaining to their home and family and emotional security during this period. There might be a lot of energy expended on home-related projects such as restoration, repair, could be painting, whatever it need be. And there may be a possibility that Taurus, even though as reticent as they can be and quiet for the most part and taciturn, they can maybe more apt to showcase their abilities perhaps from the home, or getting some kind of exposure or notoriety from this, such as perhaps making YouTube videos as an example. So, and it's also Taurus needs to be wary of possible contentious situations with family members during this period. And the next sign, for Gemini, well, the third house is what's emphasized during this period for Gemini. And for Gemini, you can, even though Gemini generally is not the type to be argumentative or quarrelsome, there might be a greater possibility of getting into more heated disputes, perhaps during this period in their general communications. Also be wary of maybe acrimonious situations with brothers and sisters if applicable. Also, there might be a chance where Gemini may be trying to gain some accolades and recognition, perhaps through some kind of writing or literary achievement, and which is a strong possibility, more so than average during this period. They may very strongly take that Leo pride as far as showing their writing ability, if the person does have this. Now, for the next sign, for Cancer, well, the second house is what's emphasized during this period, and there might be a lot more Leo pride put into things pertaining to their values, their self-esteem, and their possessions. There might be a negative side, there might be a little bit more domineering or controlling attitude regarding possessions during this period, and this person wants to show that they can make really maybe more money than usual during this period, and might boast about this as well. And there might be a lot of confidence and self-assurance in matters connected with things that are monetary during this period. This person may work more laboriously and putting more hours in to generate money than usual during this time of the Mars and Leo transit. Well, the next sign, Leo, well, obviously the first house is what's emphasized during this period. And for Leo, there may be a lot more pride and dignity connected with the appearance, and this person may even dress maybe in a more flamboyant or flashy manner than usual during this time. And considering that pride may be connected with the appearance and the physical body during this period. This person may, if they're not working out or on some health regime, they may start it during this period, because in order to make their maybe the physical body look maybe better than it generally is. And there might be, and on first impression, which is the first house, this person may come across as a little bit, maybe even more self-assured and more confident than usual, but perhaps a little bit more boastful during this time, and a little bit maybe more impetuous and impatient during this period, and may come across a little bit more argumentative as well during this period for as far as Mars in Leo goes for Leo. And there may be not much hesitation in terms of talking about maybe themselves during this period as well. They won't be very reticent during this period at all. So as far as that goes, as themselves, and as far as their appearance goes as well, I would say. So last but not least, as far as Virgo goes, well, the 12th house is what's emphasized during this period, and with Mars emphasizing the 12th, it could indicate there might be a little bit reduced vitality and stamina during this period. There might be a lot more pride connected as far as introspection and in matters pertaining to things of a private nature. This person may get, in some isolated cases, may get some notoriety and recognition, perhaps for helping those less fortunate, such as the homeless, the impoverished, the oppressed, for example. And could indicate too that, look at the 12th house is the 12th house is connected with what we do in our private lives, and this could be where a lot of energy could be expended more in solitude, more so than usual. The 12th house also is connected with restrictions and limitations, and this person may work a little bit more in taking a little bit more pride and have more confidence perhaps in working with them, with these limitations and restrictions than usual. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the Mars and Leo 2015 transit part 2, and stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the Mars and Leo transit 2015 part 3. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.